This may be new to you, or maybe you have heard this before. Regardless, take the opportunity to set some exciting goals for yourself. I'll ask you this. What are the 5 elements of an attainable goal? Specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time sensitive. This is what we call SMART goals. The best way to set goals is to find the small steps that you need to take to achieve them. Let's review 3 examples before you work on your own SMART goals so that you can see how this works. Let's say that in your everything list you wrote, I want to get into university. If you were going to be specific, change it to reflect a specific outcome, like I want to become a lawyer. This is your big goal. You know that you'll need to take certain courses in high school and you'll need to get certain grades to be admitted into university. Although being a lawyer may be years away, getting a GPA of 3.8 is only as far as the next grade. Measurable. In this case, your measurements will be based on grades in high school, university application submissions, acceptance to the right universities, and having the right percentile when you graduate. Attainable. Is your goal within reach? Let's explore how we can make the goal of becoming a lawyer attainable. Lawyers argue cases and do lots of research. You could join a debate club in order to test your ability to be persuasive. You could join a public speaking club to improve your ability to present, right? Next, we have relevant. The relevant goals to become a lawyer will include completing the mandatory courses, meeting minimum GPA requirements, volunteering in a law firm, for example. How about buying an expensive briefcase? That will be relevant when you graduate, but it won't help you become a lawyer. Last is time sensitive. Your long-term strategy may be to become a partner in a large corporate law firm in New York. This step is about identifying what you must accomplish by the end of this month, by the end of the next term, by the end of the school year, so you will get the job in the right kind of law firm. So if I was to recap, the goal statement will read, I want to become a lawyer in 6 years because I love helping people get what they need. To support my long-term goal, I will volunteer at a law firm, join a couple of skill development clubs, and make sure that my GPA is 3.8 as required by my university of choice. And we've already outlined the steps to take you there. Let's talk about setting up a professional goal. Business-related goals tend to be more complex, and we use a strategic planning tool that will allow you to have a multifaceted approach to achieving your goals. This is what the strategic planning tool looks like. Let's say that your goal is to open a restaurant. What is your mission? To be an affordable location for organic, locally sourced food. To bring your mission to life, what are 3 goals that you need to meet in the next 2 years? Financial goal. To build a business with a low overhead that will allow you to sell at a lower price point than your local family restaurant. Your service goal will be to provide diners with a unique and memorable food experience and top service that will keep them coming back while training young people in the industry. The efficiency goal is to reduce waste by creating a nose-to-tail menu. What strategies do you need to implement now to achieve the goal? For your financial goal, you will need to use local organic suppliers who provide ingredients at your price point or will negotiate price for service exchange. Where possible, use reconditioned or used equipment. For your service goal, you will need to build a relationship with a local school that can benefit from providing work experience to students. And identify a training approach that can be used with potentially high turnover for staff. For your efficiency goal, you will need to hire an experienced chef in nose-to-tail approach and to develop a seasonal menu to avoid produce waste. Now let's look at what tactics you need to meet these strategies. Research the local farms for best quality of product. Develop a service exchange sales package. Research the availability of used equipment. Research restaurant fixtures and liquidation companies. Contact the local schools and youth organizations to gauge interest. Build a proposal to attract students to the team. Research training models. Interview chefs for a nose-to-tail expert who will train the team. And identify the common seasonal products available. Now let's explore a personal goal. One that almost everyone faces at some point in their life. The giant cleanup. If the goal is to organize the garage, so maybe there's room for a car, for example, the SMART goal will look something like this. Specific. Organize the garage to be able to park the car in there and ensure that all the bits and pieces are sorted or cleared out. In the end, you'll want to know what is where in the garage. Measurable. Cleaning the garage will take a series of small steps that will end with you packing boxes and organizing the space to fit your car. You can measure progress by setting a date and then getting the steps done. This step will look like this. By the end of the weekend, you will have all the boxes and the containers you'll need. By next weekend, you'll have a definition of what can be thrown in the trash. By weekend number 3, you'll book a whole day to get it done. Attainable. The timeline to organize a one-car garage that is full of old furniture and books is very different from the timeline to do the same thing with a 3-car garage full of contents from your old apartment that you couldn't bear to part with, for example. So one project is attainable in a few weeks on your own, maybe, and the other might take months, or perhaps the way that you would make it attainable would be by enlisting the help of friends and family. Relevant. Living in a cleaner space is always relevant to a healthy lifestyle. Time sensitive. If it is getting close to winter, you want to avoid waking up early to clean your windshield. My favorite time sensitive goal is to have a party. Just think how motivated you are to clean your space before a party. Have you ever had one of those moments when you realize it takes less than an hour to get the job done? But why didn't you get it done before? You've made it so monumental in your head that you have no motivation at all. Please have a look at your everything list and choose one item so that you can practice. This video will come to an end so that you can do this exercise. As soon as you're done, start playing video number 5 so that we can continue. Write 3 SMART goals, and I'll see you in a few minutes.